Good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this heat wave that we're having, at least out here in the East Coast of the United States. It is hot, hot, hot. So, with that, let's see what our love energies are in this heat. What is it for the collective in separation? And today's message is new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So it looks like we have a new beginning starting. Is that new love? Is that a new beginning in the old love? Let's find out. So let's get our next set of cards. And while I'm getting that deck, how about we just go over some of the stuff? So please like, follow, share to my channel. If you do make it to the live that's on TikTok, put your name in the comments, and at the end of the read, I will pull some cards. Also, if you set notifications on, I do some lives with another friend of mine, Susan, and we pull some single cards, single questions. We do a couple times a week, but you have to have notifications turned on to see that. So with that, let's look at the next card here. Spirit, what is going on in this new beginning, this love and separation? Tell us more about that new beginning. Our Spirit wants to tell us. Okay. So let's get our cards here. So right away we have remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationship. So Spirit's telling you to, look within and, be in that area of positivity, gratefulness for all those remarkable things that you have had in your relationships. And you begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close, right? So that means that that new beginning is coming closer as your heart feels more beating. As you start to feel that, you'll know in your body when this new beginning is close. Rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. Again, this is a very happy sign and clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Right? And the reason why you want to think about that situation is because you want to make sure that, in the end of the day, you are getting some sort of clarity. You're looking at what went wrong. And this time around, we don't do what we did before, because if we do, what's going to happen? It's going to turn out the exact same way, and you're going to loop. You don't want to be looping. So let's see what other energies we have within this new beginning, this connection that Spirit is telling us. So we got a few cards here. It's too many cards, Spirit. I'm only going to take a couple. And we have freedom, surrender. So Spirit's telling you to surrender. Free yourself from that toxicity. And that's why you've got to get that clarity, why you've got to look within, because you don't want that toxicity anymore. Okay, we got a few more cards coming out here. We have grass is always greener, right? This is what happened. Your person thought the grass was greener somewhere else. Didn't realize it was. But guess what? We have sacred union coming in, right? That new beginning, rejoice. And, when it says marriage, sacred union, it doesn't actually mean you're always going to get married. It may, but for the most part, that just means a commitment is coming in. If you have a commitment, it's going to get stronger. But since we're in separation, most likely that commitment's not there yet. And this means that that person's going to come in with a commitment, whoever that is. But we've also had a lot of third-party interference, right? So third parties have caused a lot of problems, and we got the divine masculine. So this is telling us that this is a twin flame read. Now remember that divine masculine may actually be a woman, because it's an energy. It is not a gender. And so let's see what else the cards want to tell us within this connection. Spirit, what? So I got a couple more cards, and we'll switch out the decks. So we have hurting, agonizing, right? Your person's kind of been in hermit mode. It's been sitting in there trying to get away from the karmics, trying to figure this connection out, right? Somebody's been talking a lot about you behind the back, right? So be careful, watch your back, watch what other people are saying, feel the energy around the room. And competition, right? It's that third party. So there's that competition is probably what's been talking around your back, and it's going to come to the light. But guess what? We have a reconciliation rebuild, right? So that's another new beginning, reconciliation, sacred union. So those are great positive cards. Let's get another deck and let's see what we can get some synchronicities in this. Spirit, what do you want to tell us about this new beginning, this new energy, this reconciliation, this sacred union? What else do you want to give us in this connection and separation? Looks like it's a twin flame connection because we had the divine masculine come out. Okay, so we have inseparable. Our love is always there despite the difference. So that love is still there. It's just you're in separation right now. Guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused, right? Because of all this toxicity, this third party, this other woman, right? Escape. I left when things got hard. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand, right? And as I said, this is divine masculine. He or she is kind of inside themselves right now trying to figure this out. Anything else you want to tell us about this connection? And Spirit says, damage. We are both hurting from this. So don't think you're the only one that's hurting. Your person is hurting too. Destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path, right? And you can see every one of these cards, that person is in their head. Let's get a few more cards on this situation. So Spirit, can you give me some more cards on this situation, please? What's going on with what we're channeling today? Can you give us some more information? What is going on? And here we go again. This right on top, first card, reconciliation, right? So how many more of these reconciliation, right? New beginning. How many more of these can we get before we can see that the energies are moving towards that, right? And sometimes it's a new beginning is a new beginning. Open your eyes. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time, right? And these cards are all telling the same thing. Watch your back. So you're getting, the same message over and over again. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. And so what Spirit's saying is that, yeah, it may seem bleak because look at all this stuff over here, all these people trying to stab you in the back, third parties, other woman, other man, whatever that is. Don't worry about it. Nothing's gone wrong. And again, if we want more confirmation, this is why you do multiple decks, because you'll get confirmation. Are you properly channeling, right? And this is a twin flame connection. And redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen, right? And this is where that clarity comes in, that going within, looking at stuff, because you do need to refocus your thoughts on what you want, what you deserve, not what you're afraid of. Because if you sit focusing on fear, what you're doing is you're focusing on the lack, right? Because you're afraid that person's going to move on. You're afraid of this. And the more you're afraid, and the more you're focusing that person's going to move on, well, guess what? They're going to move on. They're going to go with another third party. So you get yourself out of that space. The same thing with, when's love coming in? When's love coming in? And the more you focus on when it's coming in, the more you're focusing on a lack mindset. And you want to get out of that. You want to focus on what you have in front of you and stay away from what's behind you. Okay, boundaries, right? You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. But with boundaries comes balance, right? A lot of people go overboard with boundaries, and they finally decide to stand up for themselves, but they stand up so strong they're actually pushing the boundaries in a very unhealthy manner. And you don't want to do that either. You want to have a proper set of boundaries, strong and firm, but not overbearing, because if you push it to the other side, you're going to tip over as well. That's why you want it balanced. So let's see what some other love energies we have for this connection, Spirit. Show us what's coming, what's going on. Maybe you get some more information on this marriage, reconciliation, new beginning. And again, Spirit is really poking fun with us again. So this is our third twin flame card we've gotten. More confirmation. Spirit, anything else you want to tell us about this connection? And if you look at it, okay, we have an unexpected connection. So maybe that new beginning here is also, you might be getting either that your person coming in unexpectedly, or perhaps you're going to get another option. Spirit, can you give us some more information on this? Now you've really got us intrigued. And Spirit saying, reaching out, expect a call or text from your person of interest. So again, we're really loading it up. We had the negative side, now we're loading up the positive side. Anything else on this connection? Two more cards, Spirit. We're going to, so, and again, remember we said about those, that nothing has gone wrong, divine timing, natural evolution. Allow things to unfold naturally, do not control. Right? And that's a really tough one for most of us to try to figure out how to do. And with that, let's see if we get one more card. I feel there's one more card that needs to come out on this deck. Spirit, there it is. Guided steps to great love. Again, more confirmation that things are being guided, and you just need to sit back and allow, surrender to the flow. So with that, let's get some direct messages from your divine masculine, that person in separation. And you know that, remember, that's could be a man, could be a woman, because masculine is an energy. It is not a gender. And when we speak about masculine, feminine, it's the yin is the feminine, the yang is the masculine, right? And it's also sometimes referred to as the feminine is a magnetic. That's the one that attracts and brings things in. And the masculine is the electric, which is the doer, right? And so you have those two balanced energies, the pull, the push. And that's what we mean when we say divine feminine or masculine. So with that, let's see what he or she wants to tell you. This is from their higher self. It's a subconscious area of them that knows everything. Let's see what they're willing to tell us. What do you want to tell the divine feminine collective? Let's see what else they want to say. Anything else in this deck, Spirit? Okay. So please have patience. It may not seem it, but I am getting it slowly. I am, right? So they're figuring this out. I'm sorry I was mean to you. It was a defense mechanism. I can't be with you right now, but I will be back for you. So again, we're getting more confirmation that they're coming back. I think of you often, and I can still feel you. So if we have any more on this deck, one more, one to come out, flying to the floor. I'm hiding the way I truly feel, right? So your person has those feelings for you. They're just not willing to let it be public at this point. So let's get one more set of messages, and then we'll go on to some advice. Spirit, what else does Divine Masculine Collective want to give to the Divine Feminine Collective? Okay. A lot of things to say off of this deck. I'm angry at you about what happened, right? And they're still in their head about that because they're still trying to figure out that they had a part in it. And sometimes it takes time, and that's why you have to have a little patience, right? Stalemate. We may never find closure for this. And why is that? Because we haven't finished the healing yet. Longing to reach out. I'm feeling an intense longing to communicate, right? And we're seeing this right here. Is how many more cards can sit together before we figured it out? Spirit is pushing them to communicate, pushing them to reconcile, pushing them to reach out. Frustration. I'm feeling frustrated by the way things ended, things said by others regarding the connection and the situation as a whole, right? There was a lot of people, a lot of energies that were distracting, whether that's family, whether that's work, whether it's friends, whether it's other partners. They were all pulling and distracting your person away from you. They know how deeply they hurt you. They regret how they caused you so much pain. They never wanted to hurt you. They just didn't know what to do. And nostalgia. I'm thinking of you and remembering the moments together. It keeps me up some nights and makes me wonder if you're thinking of me too. And they're probably stalking your social media as well. So with that, let's see where we are within the twin flame journey. So let's spirit, what is where are we in that journey? What section? Show us where we are, what stage with this connection we're channeling today. And remember, if this resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, this may not be your read for today. I channel a lot of different people who follow me. The more you like, follow, share, subscribe, and comment, I get more of your energy and the story becomes more about you. I also do some personal reads, so if you want something really deep about your particular situation, I do them as well. You can just contact me with the contact information, and I do them for a fee. So 55 is a number that I've been seeing quite a bit myself. This is the violet flame activation, a master alchemist. If you're seeing that 55 number or combinations of 55, this is probably part of your read as well. And 55 is usually a number of change. And when you see that violet flame, what that's telling you is it's burning away all the crap, right? It's getting away the karma, the goo, the miasma, whatever you want to call it. All that stuck energy is getting burned away so that you can start to finally move forward. And also 2-2, right? 2-2 is a huge twin flame number, 222. And thank you, Mia, for following. 222 is remember your identity. You can do it. And you notice the colors here, they're in the browns, right? And that means you're doing a sacral purging. If you go to my channel on YouTube, I have a spiritual healing channel. It's called Silver Fox Spiritual. And I have a whole bunch of activations there and healings for twin flames, for love in general, financial abundance, etc. I also have a membership group there. If you feel inclined that you like the light language, all the healings done through light language and or Reiki. And take a look at it. The link's in the description as well. I also have a mirror channel for twin flames up on YouTube where I put my twin flame healings, and that's Silver Fox Spiritual Twin Flame. So let's get to some advice about what your higher self wants to tell you, right? And a lot of people ask, what is my higher self, right? Nobody really explains it well. So you are a multi-dimensional being, and your higher self is that part of you that's living at a higher timeline, right? That there's one that sits outside of the polarity systems that we're in, and that higher self can help you heal, can help you guide, but it knows everything because it's seen the entire stack of timelines, and that's who you call in to get this information whenever you're asking for stuff. I'm not a person with angels or guides. That's, some people like that. That's great. Your higher self has everything you need. You have everything you need inside of you, and you work best to try to get that information from you because you won't lie to you. So with that, let's look at what is your higher self. What advice does that higher self outside of polarity want to give this collective? What advice do you want to give to the Divine Feminine Collective? All right. And again, we notice we have a brown again. The time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path. Right. So how much more do we need to see from that? There's a huge sacred purge. We've got reconciliation. We've got contact. And we've got twin flames, and we've got commitment. So let's ask the big question, the one that Spirit never likes to ask. And for anybody who's sitting and would like a couple cards, just let me know in the comments because I'll be finishing this read in a few minutes, and I'll take a few requests. So Spirit, we see all these signs here. You're telling us the timing is right. Well, when is that right timing coming in? When is that divine guidance coming in? We know you're not going to tell us exact, but can you give us a little hint? Where is it? When can we potentially see it? Because we're not going to ask when we can expect it, because expectations lead to what? Disappointments, right? So Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more about, a general idea of when we could possibly see some movement and get this reconciliation, this communication? And so Spirit's saying 6 months from now. And let's see if I get anything else, see if it wants to give us a range. Yeah, 6 months from now until spring. So we still got, we still got a little time here. So it looks like it's going to happen, somewhere towards the end of the year. We're in the end of June, so you're looking at end of December to January to spring. So that's what Spirit's telling us. Again, remember that everything is in flux as people changed. When we ask for timing is only a generality. It's not an exact, so don't put expectations around. But with that is my read for today. I'd like to thank everybody who has spent the last 20 minutes with me listening to this read. Please like, follow, and share. Please do visit my other channels. Try to make it to the live with the notifications on. Where my friend Susan and I, we get on live and we goof around a little bit, but we'll also pull some cards for everybody who decides to show up. We give them one question, one card. We'll do them at least once a week, sometimes twice. But with that, I'm ending the read for anybody who is watching on the replay. Have a great day. And if anybody is still on, please let yourself known at this point. Okay, with that, I end the read.